same spot I was last night, just 25 yards further east. That quick adjustment, I rushed it.
Sat a fair bit the last couple days. The weather's finally looks like it's breaking tonight. It's the first time in 3 days I'm not sitting out in the rain.
That's the double drop buck. That's the nicest bear I've seen all week.
Thank God for another day, another chance to chase our prey. Tune up the bow, fall is finally here. Load up the truck, the bows and the gear. Camo and boots, we hit the stand. The wind is right just as we planned. At the break of dawn, looking around, whitetail inside our hearts start to pound. Day game adventures having a while, brothers in spirit, rugged and wild. From sunrise to the evening's glow, it's the hunting life, it's what we know. It's the hunting life, it's what we know.
Welcome to Take Aim Adventures. Appreciate you coming back and for our second week. This week we got a really cool hunt because we got one of our pro staff guys, Nate. He is not known as the most patient hunter. He's in a section of the farm that we get a lot of nice bucks, and a lot of nice bucks generally late in season. So Nate is usually with his bow. He's quick to shoot one in the first couple days, and then he's waiting until late season until something else comes through.
Oh, that's if he hits it.
This one's fun because really early season, he gets a chance to see a big buck, and he just can't take it.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous buck he's watching this season. I mean, yours was a nice buck, but it was an ugly buck. This is a beautiful buck. Like that's
a beautiful buck.
That's an ugly buck right there.
This is more standard.
Yes,
than what you would normally get, but a beautiful 10.
Yeah.
And what's fun about this hunt is he hunted that buck, I think like 7 different times, and in 3 different blind locations where he was actually taking the stand down, moving it to another tree, putting it back up, and that buck was so predictable. Now, if you hunt in Michigan, you know you got that summer feed program that barely touches October. Usually by the time you get to like the 4th or 5th of October,
they're all over the place.
Everything's getting moved around, and now the food patterns are gone.
Yeah.
And in this case, that buck stays around till middle of October, which is very, very shocking.
Just coming out in slightly different areas, but other than that, it was ending in the same spot.
Yeah, because he was ultimately coming from. We have a small area of bedding with pine trees and a low swamp area right to the east of where Nate's going to be sitting. And this little travel corridor through this bowl, which is normally wet and full of water, and this last year it was dry. And sure enough, that became his pattern, and it became his downfall. So enjoy the hunt with Nate.
October 7th, about 4:30 in the afternoon, we finally got our cold front. Got a northwest wind. With the north wind, I'm able to have my wind blow into the woods behind me. I was able to sneak in through the woods quietly and get to this stand where I can see 10 to 15 deer out in the field, about 100 yards off here to my left. 2 small bucks and then 1 8-point that looks. He's a decent buck. He's not a monster, but he's a good buck. So we're gonna sit tight. I know last night I sat on the other side of the farm, and I know deer were end up feeding from the east side as well. So I'm hoping as the temperature continues to drop, the wind's supposed to die down. We'll end up seeing this field fill up. Something spooked all the deer out in the field, well, some of them, and they came all running in behind me. And that buck, right at 32, and then when I stopped him, he didn't hear the first one, and the second one, he was right behind the tree. Nice, a really nice aim, probably a 9. He was a good buck. Dang it. That's frustrating. There's 16. 2 bucks.
Stabilize your firearm or crossbow from wherever you hunt, however you hunt. From ground blinds to ladder stands to side-by-sides to ultralight tripods, we have what you need to make long-range accuracy easy. Leading the industry in innovation, we offer some of the most modular and adaptable shooting rests on the market. Ditch the shake and steady your shot with Final Rest.
Good shoot, buddy. I mean, a vice, man.
This segment is brought to you by Ultra Arrows, Slick Trick Broadheads, Dual Game Calls, Tree Thrasher, and Windscent.
October 14th, about 3:45. It's been raining the last 2 days, give or take. We put this stand up right around lunchtime here in the rain to minimize scent and noise. Got a perfect wind, got a north wind right in my face. Over behind me is a new hayfield we just put in a few months ago, and the deer have been hammering it. I've seen 2 times now already a huge dead point come out of this section of the woods into the hayfield. Fingers crossed he does it again, because it should be right in this area. With my luck, it'll be that way, 20 yards. Dang. Just out of reach. Man. That tent is really nice. I'm not sure. I don't think he's the big one. I think there's a bigger one out there. But for sure, him and another one are in here. That's the big one. I thought he came down the same trail as those other bucks, and I had 4 live does right under my stand eating all the leaves we had cut earlier today. I thought for sure he was gonna walk into here because there's deer here. And he checked that scrape and walked right out to the field following where those other bucks went. He's either a 9 or a 10, but he is an absolute giant. That's 3 times he's walked through here. I think tomorrow we're gonna move the stand again and get a little bit closer.
All right, it's around noon, October 15. I'm going to sneak in the property and move one of our tree stands. Yesterday, we got in here when it was raining, put a stand up, thinking, oh, we'll catch some deer where we got some nice bucks coming out into the field. And we debated about tree number 1 or tree number 2. Eventually put the stand in tree number 2, and then I promptly sat there last night and watched the 2 target bucks on this section of the farm walk by tree number 1. So I am sneaking in here again. I'm gonna drive up as close as I can to the stand, walk in, descent my boots as much as I can, and move the stand. And then sit here tonight and hopefully, fingers crossed, have a repeat of yesterday. If we have a repeat of yesterday, it'll be a successful night. Stay tuned.
All right, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Got the stand moved successfully earlier today. Didn't kick any deer up. So I got 1 branch to trim out when I get in there, and we should be good. All right, in the stand. Basically in the same spot I was last night, just 25 yards further east. And it gives me a different angle into the trail that they were crossing last night.
WinSense Active Vapor ups your hunting game. Proven effective up to 300 yards away. Scent released during your entire hunt. Over 30+ cover and attractant scents available from some of the top brands in the scent industry. Up your scent game with our long-lasting scent tanks and highly potent scent pads. Active Vapor for deadly success.
He was standing right over this wind scent when I shot him.
Does wind scent work? I'm here to tell you it does.
This segment is brought to you by Fourth Arrow Camera Arms, Final Rest Shooting Systems, Slayer Hunting Blinds, HHA Sports, and Hornady.
So, what do you guys think? Sneaking in at noon.
Yeah. I think he needs to be saddle hunting.
That's right. Why is he using a
We
tree
were
stand?
talking about that.
That's basically what he's doing, but with the tree stand.
Or a climber stand.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
And would you really be brave? I was funny because I remember the day because we worked together, and Nate took off really early.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing? It doesn't get dark until 8:30
deer
or
set off in the
9.
why are you
morning.
leaving at 11:30 in the morning?
I want my scent to get out of that area. And a little bit of me smiled and said, this isn't going to work. You can't move
Just
that many
relax.
times in that area. That buck is going to make a mistake and he's come near you.
Right.
But look what happens.
Yeah, what an opportunity.
It pays to adjust and move.
I
Sometimes.
guess.
No, it's sometimes you're just lucky. That's what it is.
Shot's low. But he's crashed. He stopped right here in the woods. Oh, I hope I'm not too far forward. Man, I was not expecting him to come to 6 yards. Oh, that quick adjustment, I rushed it. We're gonna sit. We'll look at the footage, see how the shot really was. I heard him curl right here and he stopped here. And that doe has stopped looking at something in there.
Well, you saw the footage and you could tell I was pretty disgusted with myself. I'm not sure what happened. I rushed the shot. He jumped a little bit further back than I thought he did. I don't know, but I thought for sure we were going to be watching a deer walking around in the woods with an arrow in his shoulder. We decided to come out real quick after him since it started raining, and we just started finding piles and piles of blood. And he ran out into the field, 150, 200 yards, and we found him in the middle of some poplar trees. God is good, and that's all I can say about this. Thank you so much. Thank you, wife, putting up with my crazy habit. Thanks for watching.
So can you believe it? The maple leaves were hilarious, and we had joked around about it and talked about it. And that's, by the way, it's another hint for people. If you're cleaning brush out of your area, especially maple limbs that you're clearing out, don't drag them 100 yards away or 50 yards away if you're bow hunting, because all you're gonna do is frustrate yourself. Because those deer are gonna show up and eat those maple leaves, and this showed in Nate's. But the thing that gave me the heart attack, how often in your life did you have a buck that big at 6, 7 yards from your tree and have him see you move
Yeah.
and still be able to get a shot on?
And get another opportunity.
It
Good
doesn't
for
make-
you, Nate. We're thrilled for you.
It makes no sense whatsoever why he stopped, had to look back again. I mean,
Especially so close. He didn't run far.
Nope.
yeah, you would have thought that he'd at least get 40 yards away. No. He runs 10 yards and stops and looks back.
And then what did Nate do? Put the perfect shot on him, right? Oh, wait.
Yeah, maybe a little low.
You're rushing at that point. I understand that.
I was there.
That was a quick adjustment.
Because he was back on the farm. He texted me right after he shot, and he was devastated. He thought there was no way he was going to get that
crying
deer.
in the stand.
And it was interesting on the blood trail. We didn't have much blood at the beginning, and then he went out to an open field, and he went up a hill.
I think he's speeding.
Those are all things that are wrong.
this
That
is
you would go, oh no, we're in trouble. And sure enough, he went out to the field over a hill, and there was a bowl, just a super thick area in the middle of that field, and that's where that buck went and dropped over. So, good for Nate.
Yeah.
This next hunt, 13-point buck in Michigan.
Yeah.
Get to see him for a little while, wait for the rain to end and all the setting, get the right wind. This is a hunt with Robert. Pretty exciting hunt.
All right. It is mid-October here in Michigan. Sat a fair bit the last couple days, and the bucks have been starting to chase. But it's also rained non-stop for the last 3 days, and the weather's finally looks like it's breaking tonight. Hopefully it's the first time in 3 days I'm not sitting out in the rain.
It's the perfect combination of comfort, durability, and ease of use. Made in the USA of the highest grade materials to last a lifetime. 5-sided design with a spacious carpeted interior and almost panoramic view. Windows large enough for both rifle and bow hunting. Modular design for easy setup and teardown where equipment can't go. Towers and an array of blind accessories available. Choose the outfitter grade hunting blinds from Slayer Blinds.
This segment is brought to you by Badlands Gear, Huntwise, Vortex Optics, Revealed by Tacticam, and Matthews.
Got on my stand, I had a few does milling out in the field. It's a kind of spread out pine field. So the deer feel really comfortable in there all day. There's a couple big bucks I've been chasing in here. See if tonight's the night. he's at an 11 or 12 point. He had 2 kickers off drop tine, and he broke it off for early season, it looks like. But I think he's down. Man, hunting in the rain this whole freaking time. And just, God, oh, that felt so good. Yes, got it. Good shot, I think it was perfect. He dropped just like I thought he might, and he did. He just dropped perfect. He dropped right into the arrow. He's at 33 yards. I had does all around. Oh, man. Whew.
Well, can you believe it? How often do you get to shoot a big buck and watch him fall?
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and get it on
That's
film.
a good feeling.
So great hunt. Again, self-filming, all the things that can go wrong trying to get the deer in frame, get a good frame, and get the kill shot on it, and let alone having that deer drop over. What a great moment. Congrats to Robert. That ends our second show. Thank you for joining us. And don't forget, again, take aim for the glory of God with your lives. Next week,
yeah, you'll be joining me on an elk hunt, just going around there, seeing what we can find, and luckily able to get on one, and luckily able to get it down, and I do mean heavily on the luck side.
No, you did not. You almost took out the leg.
As soon as we hit that first big patch of blood, I had hope.
Yeah, so
I had almost none
going
into it.
It's the hard life, it's a hard